It's a funny thing these days. A lot of people make fun of priests, comedians, and there's memes and so forth. But when things really go spooky, go wrong in a threatening way, they don't call in Stephen Colbert or Jim Fallon or Chris Rock or Dave Chappelle. No, they don't call in a comedian. They call in a priest. This happened on July 1st, 1863, when there was this horrible battle at Gettysburg around what was known as McPherson Barn. Matter of fact, the fighting was so fierce, 5,000 believed to have died in that immediate vicinity, 50,000 overall in ensuing days in the battlefields of Gettysburg. And there were so many Confederate dead, they didn't have time to bury them. The Confederate soldiers just piled them like cordwood, like firewood, inside this barn because it was cooler. It had kind of like a sub-basement. Well, one of the bodies that they stacked in there was not really dead. It was a guy who was alive. And this person was struggling and striving to live and calling out for help. And of course, there were no ears to hear him. There was battle raging all around this barn. Finally, when the Union soldiers came in, they found this guy after 5 days with all these dead bodies stacked on him, but he was too far gone. Died soon after. He was insane, they said. He had gone insane from that experience. Well, they gave him a proper burial soon after that barn inexplicably burned down. A farmhouse was later built on a foundation. I don't think it was a very good idea because through the decades, those who lived in that house then experienced all kinds of ghostly happenings, and they were like poltergeists. They were actually like demons, strong stuff, loud sounds. They'd see the apparition of a Confederate soldier. In one case, it sounded like a boom from the basement as if the furnace had exploded. Yeah, it got scary enough that they called in a priest to deal with this raging spirit, and he confirmed that, it was an angry soul trapped there or stuck there, I don't know what. But he did an exorcism, and when he was done, on the door he put a circle with a cross, a sign that the soul had been released, or at least that the spirit had been exorcised. Yeah, funny thing. No one called in Steve Colbert. No one called in Jim Fallon. No one called in Chris Rock. They called in a priest, and that spirit, their raging spirit, was no more.